Everybody. Today we're going to take a look at another phase of movement using the Campaign Petersburg game. And earlier we had looked at infantry movement. Today we're going to look at the other two arms of the game, which are cavalry and artillery. So, in this demonstration here, you'll see that I've already have it set up such that the cavalry and artillery is following along the Prince Edward Road. And we can actually see the Prince Edward Road simply by pushing on the label button. And to get rid of it, just click it again. Now, to start out here, we're going to again remind you that as you move along the different terrains, keep in mind that there are various elevation changes, there are creeks and woods, and many other type of terrain features that will cause your movement to be slowed. Your fastest movement will always be on the roads if you're in a certain type of formation. Now, cavalry, the natural formation for cavalry is to be mounted. However, in certain circumstances, it would be prudent to dismount the cavalry. For example, if they're going to get into a firefight. However, if they're going to be maneuvering, as cavalry should be maneuvering, then you want to keep them mounted. Now, in this particular situation, you move cavalry much the same way as you would move infantry. So we will simply select the units in question here, and if we move them one at a time here after they're selected, you can simply move to the hexes you want to move to simply by right clicking. So if I right click there and then move up the road and over the creek, but I'm still on the road, you'll notice that each one of my movement points is reduced by a single point, and so on. Now, let's take this, for example, here, this regiment here, which is the 1st Massachusetts. And if I change their formation, I will change it to dismounted. You'll see here where they are dismounted, now in line of battle. And from here on out, they will move exactly as do infantry. So we'll simply right-click again, and you'll notice that each one of their movement points in this clear terrain or moving down on elevations will be a 2-point cost to them. However, they do not get the benefit of roads when they are in line of battle. So if I cross over this creek, it's going to cost me a full 3 points. And again, in fast movement, if I select the unit and I will move the cursor to where I want it to go and release, you'll notice that they move very quickly. Artillery. Now, artillery here, when they are moving, they have to be limbered. Limbered means they have horses in front, then the caisson followed by the actual gun. To move the artillery, you simply click on it again and move it along the road, much the way you would any kind of vehicle. They get the cost of one movement along the roads. If you plan on moving them through terrain, it's going to be rather costly because remember now, this is artillery. So artillery is going to be somewhat more cumbersome. So as we move along in the open terrain, take a look at the movement factors. It's at 18 now. This is, by the way, horse artillery, so they actually move a little faster than do regular artillery. So this horse artillery starts at an 18. Well, actually started at 20, but I've moved 2 spaces, right? So now I'm at 18. So I move again into the open terrain, and it costs me 2. Now look as I try to move through these woods and creek. So I'm at 16 now, and now I'm at 13, one more, and I'm at 2. So you can see it costs quite a bit to move through the creek and into the woods. Supply wagons will move the same as limbered artillery along the roads. They'll simply cost them 1 movement, and so on. Okay. Don't forget, if you want to fire artillery, you have to unlimber it. So if you look at this artillery that I have highlighted, and if I am changing formation so I can shoot, voila, now they are ready to shoot. And if you ever want to know which way they're facing, look at the info box and you can see the direction that they are facing. Again, thank you for listening, and the next time around we'll be talking about firing units. Have a great day.